Welcome to the Unmute Your Midlife podcast, where we take you from foggy and forgotten to focused and lit up. I'm Joyce, your nurse turned resurrection strategist and the cheerleader in your pocket. And I'm here to remind you your next season in life is your power era. Are you tired of the endless gift buying scramble every holiday season, feeling like you're missing the true spirit? What if I told you the most impactful gifts don't come wrapped in a bow, but in moments of genuine connection and kindness? Stay with me, because today's episode might change how you think about generosity forever. And no, I am not about to tell you to hot glue a mason jar into a memory vessel. We're going deeper and a whole lot simpler. Let's be real. The holiday machine in this country is out of control. You cannot open your eyes without being told to buy something. Sales, pressure, more stuff to wrap, more things to deliver, and somehow you end up spending money you don't even have on things no one remembers 3 days later. Listen, the joy of unwrapping a present is cute, but it's quick. Blink, and it's gone. Do you know what actually sticks? A conversation, a hug that lasts an extra 5 seconds, a night where nobody's on their phone, a moment where someone finally feels seen. We're not craving presents, we're craving presence. And every woman listening right now who feels stretched thin knows exactly what I mean. Time is the most valuable thing we have. We can make more money, we can buy more gifts, but you can't get more time. When you give someone your full attention, that is a gift people remember for life. You know that saying, no one cares what you think until they know that you care? Active listening is a flex. Seriously, sit with someone, ask real questions, listen without planning out your response. That is generosity. And experiences, let me tell you, those beat clutter every time. A walk together, a game night, a special dinner, a day trip, a shared moment that becomes a memory instead of an item that gets shoved in a drawer. Your presence is the present. And guess what? It fits everyone. The holidays can be a lonely time for a lot of people. So the gifts that matter most might not even go to the people in your house. Drop off a warm drink for the crossing guard. I've seen so many TikToks of people who leave these little treat trays on their front porch for all the delivery people during the holidays. A cooler of drinks, and then a box of like grab and go snacks. Check on your neighbors who live alone or recently widowed elderly people that are in your circle of acquaintances. Pay for someone's coffee. Donate some coats, especially for kids. They're constantly outgrowing them. That's one of the hardest things for people with limited income and small kids, or growing kids, I should say, is to keep their kids in warm clothes. Because unless you live in Florida or Arizona, you probably don't need them there. But up here in the rest of the USA, we have, whether it's a short winter or a long winter, when those cold days hit, the kids need something warm to wear. You could volunteer at a shelter or a food bank. One year we went and volunteered downtown at the Thanksgiving dinner. We served all these homeless people Thanksgiving dinner, and then we went home and had our own Thanksgiving in the afternoon. That was a really special day for me. I enjoyed that immensely. And my husband and my oldest son went with that day. The youngest one, he was old enough to help, so he had to stay with grandma and grandpa. But I just remember that Thanksgiving so vividly in my memory. But all these tiny acts, they're massive for someone else. And kindness spreads. Once you start giving it out, you'll watch it bounce around your community like a glitter bomb. And you know what they say about glitter? It is the herpes of craft supplies. Okay, so let me tell you something else. A handwritten note is emotional gold. People don't get good mail. They get junk mail. They get bills. They get requests for extended warranties. They don't get handwritten notes. We used to get maybe 150 Christmas cards. And now I think last year we probably got like 50 or 60. People have gone away from that, and I miss those. I loved the photo cards the best. I have saved all of the photo cards. Actually, I've saved all the cards, but the photo cards go in an album and the other cards go in a box, because you never know when you're going to need some cards for a craft project. I can't be the only one who saves cards and birthday cards and sweet notes from people. Lots of people save that stuff. If you want to give someone a gift they'll treasure, put your appreciation on paper and spend the money on a stamp. Do-it-yourself gifts count too, but they don't have to be Pinterest perfect. They can be silly, they can be simple, they can be sweet, something that you made with intention. If you're a good baker, people will look forward to getting your baked good. I like to make the cookies, the decorated cookies. They take forever. I love making them because it's like this little piece of artwork. I make it, I give it away, and now I got to be creative. They got to enjoy being thought of, and I didn't have to eat the sugary calories. So it's a win-win for me. Maybe it's not so nice for them since I am giving them a sugar bomb, but they don't have to eat it. They'll still feel appreciative that I made it for them. Although to be fair, they usually do eat them because I do make good cookies. But the whole point here is remembering what matters. It's not the price tag, it's the meaning, it's the moment, it's the feeling that the other person gets when they open it. And yeah, of course, there are some occasions where you're going to have to go and buy a gift. If the dirty Santa says bring a $15 gift, you got to go get a $15 gift. If you have a loved one or someone that you're wanting to give something valuable to, and you know what they need or want or like, by all means, go get it for them if you know it's going to light them up. But if you have people on your list who have more stuff than they know what to do with, then start looking for other ways to show appreciation and love. One year, I got my mom and her husband a mystery dinner adventure. Now, I think it was probably 9 months before they finally redeemed it, but they had the best time. And they got to meet all kinds of people, and they just thoroughly enjoyed the experience, and it made them feel loved and appreciated. All right, let's stir the pot a little. I fully support pacts that say no gifts. Yes, we've done that in our family. Us, my husband and I, and our 2 kids that are grown, we've said no gifts this year. We don't need anything. You don't need anything. I don't want anything right now. You don't want me to spend money on you. So let's just do no gifts. Let's do a trip together, like take a long 4-day weekend and go somewhere together. Mom and dad will pay for everything, and that'll be our Christmas celebration. We did that before. Kids loved it. I think we went skiing in Utah. They had the best time. We had the best time together. It was great. I think we even spent one evening in the hotel room playing Cards Against Humanity, which is a very strange game to play with your children. I'll just leave it there. If you don't know about the game, don't worry about it. If you know about the game, then you know why it's awkward. But imagine being able to tell your family, hey, let's skip the stuff this year and just focus on time together. One year we bought tickets to drive through the zoo. They do this light up safari. They decorate the whole zoo, and it is a pretty amazing light show. You get to do this drive through part at the beginning, and then you get to get out and walk around the middle part of the zoo. And there's like a countdown, and they have hot cocoa, and a few of the animals are out. Not very many because it's nighttime and it's cold. We did that one year. Kids loved it. And they were adults. And we took my mother-in-law along, and we took a thermos full of hot chocolate. It was great. Another year, my husband surprised us with a helicopter ride. Like, we all went in a helicopter together and looked at Christmas lights from overhead. It was different. I don't know that we would do that one again, but it was an experience, and we all remembered it. The relief that you get in your nervous system could probably power the tree lights for 3 countries when you make this pact with your family. No gifts, no physical gifts. Plus, new traditions are where real memories start to happen. Movie nights, matching pajamas, a yearly baking day, going out to look at lights together, sitting in a gratitude circle. My most memorable gratitude circle was when a bunch of the ladies from a church, we all got together. This was when we were probably in our mid-30s, and it was close to Christmas. Money's tight. So we said no gifts. But then we went around the table, and the birthday girl told each person something she was thankful for about them or that she appreciated about them. And of course, they also said something back. And it was such a sweet, I know this sounds sappy, but it was really, really a sweet, sweet time of fellowship together with those women. But these are the kinds of things people remember and retell. I mean, look at me. I'm telling you about all of them right now. The true spirit of the season is not Amazon Prime, even though we keep them busy. It's connection, it's kindness, it's being present in the moments, not distracted by all the distractions that are out there, like your phone, what's on the TV, who's trying to get a hold of you from work. When you can just lay those things down and give from your heart instead of your wallet, you create these moments that have a lasting impact with the people that you're sharing them with. Now, some families like to wake up on Thanksgiving morning or Christmas morning and go run a 5K. Some families like to sleep in and eat all day. They're both great. right? But if you're kind of like in the middle, like you want to do something, but you don't want to put anybody through the ringer, have them train for a rigorous race that they don't normally do, you could go volunteer at one of these races. You could pass out hot cocoa or cheer people on as they come across the finish line. Another thing is you could find out, is the Salvation Army going to do a meal for the homeless? And you could go serve food. The Angel Tree is great. I love participating with Angel Tree and getting kids gifts who wouldn't normally get gifts. There's a lot of different organizations out there where you can adopt a family. I think it was 2 years ago. That's what we did with our sons. We all agreed. No one needed presents. They were both in new jobs, so they didn't have vacation time, so we couldn't go anywhere. And so we said, well, let's adopt one of these families from this school. And so we did. And normally, like my work team would adopt one of these kids or two of these kids. And just our family of 4 adopted this one family. It had a boy and a girl. And we went shopping at Walmart. We went shopping off Amazon. We went through the request list, and we got all the presents. And then we got them all and had to wrap them all and then take them up to the school. And it was a lot of fun. It was a nice way to bless someone. There's just, like I said, there's a lot of things you can do together as a family to help ignite that spirit of generosity and create new traditions. So here's your little nudge for this week, okay? Before you run to the store or panic buy 3 more gifts that you forgot, just pause and ask yourself, what is the gift that actually creates joy here? What will bring connection? What will bring meaning? What will bring peace? And then remind yourself, the most meaningful gifts aren't wrapped in paper or dropped into your online shopping cart. They're found in connection, in presence, in kindness, and in shared memories. Now, if you want more support in taking the pressure off this season, the doors to my coaching are open. I offer one-on-one coaching, and then I also have a self-led online version. This is your chance to step into midlife with more joy, more clarity, and less holiday chaos. All right, friend, that is today's dose of midlife truth. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, you are not foggy, forgotten, or finished. You are just getting lit up for your next season. And if today's episode hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a sister who needs some help unmuting her own midlife. Be sure to subscribe and leave a review so you don't miss any new episodes. Until next time, keep unmuting, keep rising, and remember, your midlife resurrection starts right now.